All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate everybody's support. There's a couple of you guys out there in the comments. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for being here, spending some time here, and just spending time in the channel. I truly appreciate that. I'm gonna go ahead and check out some of those comments over here. I don't really have too much of a title today. I just wanted to come here for a little bit and just, spend some time and talk about guns, or maybe talk about whatever questions you guys may have. If anybody has questions, if not, I'm just gonna talk to myself for a little bit. But let me see some of the guys in the comments. Big shout out to Peter. Thank you so much for watching, sir. Appreciate that. Rebel, Randall, Dash, MOW, what's up, buddy? How you been? So big shout out to everybody watching out there. If you guys got comments, definitely put comments down in the comment section. And guys, let me know what you think. I'm always looking for feedback, and I'm always looking for things to improve the channel. So definitely appreciate the support. 1776. Check him out, man. He's doing a lot of good videos. Just put a kite dead holster video. So go ahead and check him out. But if you guys got questions, put them down in the comments. I see. Let's see. I see a lot of guys already putting questions, but check it out. First question: Do I know any field radio operators in the Marine Corps? Of course I do. I mean, I always had a radio operator. Even I have one in my platoon in Japan. You got to really think. You got to really think about this, and maybe it's different now from before. But radio, the whole communication field is divided in different sections. You got your radio operator, you got your data guy, which is the computer guys, and you got the wire dogs, the guys that actually install wires and all that stuff. But anyways, what I can tell you about the radio operators is that it is an MOS, an occupation that is really easy to get promoted. So if you, I don't want to say if you're below average, but I mean, it doesn't take much to get promoted. So I'll give you an example. It took me 8 years and like 9 months, almost 9 years to pick up staff sergeant. And I want to say I was a pretty decent Marine. But in the radio operator field, it will probably take you 6 years. So you have a 3-year difference there. I give you another example. By the 4 years in the Marine Corps, most likely you could be a sergeant. In the military police field, 4 years in the Marine Corps, most likely you will not be a sergeant. Actually, I picked up sergeant at 4 years and 11 months. So it's a good MOS. You do get a security clearance. You do learn a lot of stuff, and it's a good MOS. I want to say the data guys are a little bit harder to get promoted, but if you become a data guys, when you get out of the Marine Corps, you could probably work for the computers and all that field. I forgot what that field is called, but you could be working for guys that deal with electronics and computers and establishing email accounts. All those data guys, when they get out, they really get good jobs when they get out. So think about that. But hey, as Pogue Marine FPS, he was in 06, 12. There we go. He was a wire dog. So I had some good buddies that were wire dogs, man. Especially when we went to Afghanistan, 2010. It was a new base. It was nothing there. So those guys worked like crazy, man. So Semper Fi to you as well, sir. Let me see. Somebody say about Coke Zero. Here's Coke Zero. So yeah, definitely a good. I mean, it's a good job. I don't know anything about ham radios. I mean, I know the basic. I know how it works. I've done a lot of research on them specifically. Obviously you got your the family FRS, I think it's called, the family section. Oh man, I forgot the name now. GMRS, which you have to have a license for that. You have the family side. I forgot the acronym. I want to say FRS or something. And then you have ham radios. I've done a lot of research on it, and I tried to learn a lot about them. I just haven't get so much into it, but I want to say that That right there, ham radios, is definitely very beneficial, but it's also something that it probably requires a lot of training and a lot of dedication. I mean, it's going to take a lot. Chris says, thank you so much for making the best videos on YouTube. I don't think so, man. Come on, the best? I don't know about that. Thanks. Appreciate it, Chris. I like revolvers. Actually, I done reviews and on the 642. I done reviews on the 442 Smith & Wesson. I done videos on the EAA Windicator, which is a budget choice, and I still had it. I still have it. It was like my not my truck, but my garage gun for quite some time because it was $270 and it always worked. Nice 357 revolver. So it was easy for me to throw it in some place. Obviously, you know, I got kids, so I got some safety things in place. But I like him a lot. I always thought, you know, people say all the time that revolvers are really easy to shoot, and I do agree to that in some way. But at the same time, we got to be careful because a lot of revolvers, obviously, some of the revolvers have like the 642 and the 442, they got crappy triggers. And I mean, the smaller revolvers, so they could be more snappy. So, I mean, they do have some really good things to use, but at the same time, they could be difficult as well. So, obviously, training is going to fix all those factors. But I think you're okay. If you carry a revolver for concealed carry, I don't see an issue on it. Actually, I just did a video on a Galco holster that little brother's using with his 642. I just did a recorder. It's scheduled to go one of those days. But obviously for home defense and things like that, I will pick a better choice. I wouldn't use it for home defense. But for concealed carry, I don't see why not. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Somebody just asked something. Would I see combat as an infantry guy or something? Let me go. I'm trying to go through this comments. I haven't got to your question there, buddy. But let's see. Ben said, would I see combat in infantry? It is hard to get into infantry. I mean, I think you could answer your own question, man. Will you see combat as an infantry guy? I mean, most likely your mission is to seek out the enemy and destroy them. So based on the fact that your mission is to seek out the enemy and destroy them, most likely, yes, man. I think you can answer your own question on there. But again, you know, it's all where you're going to be. You could be an infantry guy for 20 years and never see combat, or you could be a military police guy thinking that you're going to work at the police station all your life, and next thing you know, you see combat. You could be a cook. I mean, we had a gunner in 2004. I want to say he was a cook, and he had a couple of kills. So, I mean, I'm sure when he enlisted in the Marine Corps as a combat cook, he wasn't expecting to see combat. So you never know, man. Let me see. Raphael had a pretty good question. I have no idea, man. No idea. Walker, you can put your questions, buddy. If I get to it, I get to it, man. You know, there's a lot of stuff. God is in control, definitely most. Oh, my friend. There you go. Marine FPS says his friend is the data guys. Worked for Lexmark now. Very good MOS. Yeah, I mean, I'm just talking about some of the guys. I was really close to a communication platoon in 2007 when I was part of the 22nd MEU, and that's kind of what I heard from those guys. Jesus is God. I love the channel. Thank you, man. I really appreciate your support. It has been great. I mean, being part of this is awesome. Got it. Mad sexy man. Mad sexy man of the night. Oh, man. This is awesome, man. Big shout out. You know, Jesus is God. He's talking about Obama and Hillary. I mean, those guys are so messed up, man. Every single day is something new. It is hard to keep up with the nonsense. I mean, it's just hard to keep up with them. So it's just crazy. Benny asks how much are haircuts in the military. I mean, it all depends, man. I don't. Oh man, I think if you go to the base, inside the base there's a barber shop, and I can't remember if it was like $6, $7. Obviously, you probably got to get a haircut every month. I mean, every week. But it all depends what schedule you work. Maybe you work over the weekend or not. At one point, I used to have this guy that was in charge of us, and the way we work, because we had 2 days on, 2 days off, 3 days on, 2 days off. I mean, it was that's when I was working as a military policeman, actually driving a patrol car. He was pretty picky on it. So at one point we were getting 6 haircuts a month, which 6 is a lot, man. But typically you get 4 haircuts. But obviously, after a little while, you probably want to get a decent haircut. So you're probably going to pay about $10 a haircut or something like that. A funny thing that if you go to the base, every corner you're gonna find 2, 3 haircut places. I mean, there's a crazy amount of haircut places out there. Um, the technician. Yeah, I've been trying talking about ham radios. I've been trying to get into it, man, but there is so much. I mean, there is so much to learn. That is amazing. There's so much information out there. Sometimes I feel like I'm really prepared to face a situation. Sometimes I feel like I'm not prepared at all because there's so much to learn. And if you guys haven't subscribed to Full Spectrum Survival, we do a chat there pretty much every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I mean, Full Spectrum Survival is an awesome channel, and we were talking about having a team and having a group and preparedness and having some type of group where we support each other, and it makes total sense because there's so much information out there. You got guys out there that know about prepping or about how to take care of chickens or something, and you got guys that know about radios, mechanics, firearms, security. I mean, so many different medications, so many different stuff out there that it's good to be part of that group because obviously we don't know everything. Jason Wickajon, there we go. Check him out in the comments. I went to Iraq in 2003 with him. That's amazing, man. Good to see you here in the comments, brother. Hope you are doing well. Here's another question. Like preparing for elections. Elections coming around. Everybody's like flipping out because we need more ammo. We need more guns. We need more of everything. And the reality is that if you prepare right now, you won't need to freak out in a way. Like me personally, I mean, I don't have as much as I want to, but I got enough ammo that if something happened, I don't need to run to Walmart and flip out and buy a bunch of stuff. So what you need to do is that you need to start preparing now. So when the time comes and they try to ban AR-15 magazines, you already have enough. So that's kind of like my point. Being prepared now, so I don't have to run. If they say, hey, you know what, we're gonna ban 9 mil for some reason, I know that I have enough to defend myself for quite some time. So obviously, all this stuff costs money. So go out there, start buying a box a day. Start buying a little bit of a day, a little bit every single time you get paid. The thing about this that kind of happened is that we get so concentrating on having a bunch of guns that we forget truly what we need. Like in all reality, you don't need 7, 8 pistols. You don't need 3 rifles. All you need is a one good semi-automatic rifle and one good pistol. I mean, you can carry all that stuff with you. You're not going to be hanging around with 10 pistols and 10 rifles. So buy what you need to defend yourself, and then start buying ammo. Start buying. Maybe you want to buy a flashlight. Maybe you want to buy some better sights for your pistol. I just did the review of the Trigicon HD sights, and they're just amazing. You know, great upgrade to your Glocks. Maybe you need to buy something to improve your system. And don't get me wrong, if you have extra money, definitely go for it and buy more guns. I mean, I not only enjoy firearms for self-defense, I actually enjoy them as a sport kind of thing. But get the priority set first. Let's see. If you lie on maps, what are the consequences? You know, obviously, I wouldn't recommend you to lie to your recruiter or lie. I mean, you could get caught, no doubt about that, and the consequences could result in you getting into a lot of trouble. All depends on what it is. The reality is that they do a really good checkup on you, because you got to think, after you join the Marine Corps, they're responsible. So let's say you have some kind of medical issue and you lie. Once they get you into the service, they're kind of responsible for that. So when you get out 4 or 5 years from now, you go pretty much claim that in your VA, and now you're making money out of benefits, which in all reality you have that condition before you join the service. I mean, they're supposed to pay you for conditions that happen while you were in the service. You know, something that happened because of the service, your military career. So again, I mean, you could get caught, you could get in a lot of trouble, but all depends if you get caught. I mean, the reality is that depends what it is. Most likely they won't even get you ever, you know. But let me tell you something. If you try to do something like you get, let's say you get a physical check, and next thing you know, you get a bunch of tattoos in your arms, and then you go like, oh, I have those tattoos. They know that. So you're going to join the Marine Corps. By the time that you get there, you will be out of Marine Corps regulations because you have tattoos that you're not supposed to have. And now that's when you're going to get in trouble. Maybe you get NJP. Maybe they take away your rank. So that's going to affect you if you want to get promoted to higher ranks like, you know, Staff Sergeant, Gunny, and stuff like that. Excuse me. What's my take on plate carriers? For civilians, get it, man. If you have money, go and get it. I mean, if you find yourself in a shootout, you want to be able to have the best thing you can. So yeah, definitely. If you could afford them, get it. Just make sure you train with them. I mean, I'm telling you, for what, several combat deployments, you put all that gear on, and that thing weighs. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of weight. And then you put your backpack, your rifle. Next thing you know, you're carrying 60, 70 pounds, and it's just gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a lot of weight. So big shout out to Jason as well, man. Thanks, man. It means a lot coming from you. Miss you guys, man. I mean, those are, you got to see, you know what? A lot of times I get attacked here in the channel, and they go like, oh, you're fake this, fake that. Man, there's people here that watch me that I've been in boot camp. I went to boot camp with those guys. There it is, Jason. I deported to him to Iraq. I think we left, I want to say we left December. I left December 28th of 2002. We came back like June of 2003. I mean, those are guys that were with me. So trust me, if I be faking some things here, I will get called out. I will get phone calls being like, hey, Fabian, what are you talking about, man? So it's nice to see those guys that I deployed it with here in the comments, man. That's just, I miss those guys. They're really, really cool dudes, man. Let me see. You get the point of comment. Yeah, somebody else. Do you stock? Yeah, I mean, you know what? I've been stockpiling ammo for years by now. I don't have as much as I want to, based on the fact that, you know, I got enough. I mean, don't get me wrong, I got enough, but I wish I would have more, especially 223. I don't feel that I have as much as I want to. 9 mil, I feel pretty okay, but you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you just can't afford to to get everything that you want. So it gets expensive. So like I said, start buying, start buying little by little. Let me see. Tier 1 TAC Medics, Simplify brother as well. Somebody asked Big Johnson, SIG P320 or FNS 9. You know what, man? I shot the P320 SIG here in the channel. It was just amazing. What a sweet pistol, man. I said it. I said it was a great pistol. And then after me, a bunch of other YouTubers are saying that it's a great pistol too. But I'm not gonna say I said it first. But I think it's a good pistol. I think it's way better than the Glock. Me personally, man. Jason just reminded me of something. Oh man, I remember that, man. But yeah, I mean, I see the FNS 9. I haven't shot it yet, but I think it looks like a great pistol. It's definitely in my list of things to do. No doubt about that. It's definitely on my list to take to the range as soon as I get one. Hopefully, those guys from HotShot get one soon, and then I could use one of them. So let's see. Lucky. There we go. Loki Bass is doing a giveaway 1,000. Check him out in the comments. Go ahead and subscribe and support him. Support the guys here. Big Johnson Guns and Gear. Just got that MMP 45 Shield 45 and been putting videos on that. So definitely check out those guys. There's a lot of guys here that do a lot of videos and they do a great job. Taurus revolvers, man, I haven't shot any of them. I don't have much experience on it. I know Taurus pistols, they get a lot of people. It's kind of like a hate-love it kind of relationship with those guns. But I don't have any experience on it, so I'm not gonna pretend to know. Let me see. I'm gonna subscribe to you to Marine FPS reloading bench. That's something that I wanted to learn how to do, reloading. But again, it's so much, man. So much things that we could do, man. What gun would I use if I could pick my weapon? I've been using my Glock 17 as my primary pistol for self-defense. I love to, if I could, I want to go into the MMP 9 because I really enjoy the MMPs more than the Glocks, to tell you the truth. I think they're just awesome, man. The MMPs are such a cool pistols. I love my MMP 45, the full size, but again, it's a full size handgun. The 45 only carries 10 rounds, so I don't want to go with a 10-round pistol, obviously. But I think the MMP 9 will be a good choice. The Glock 17 is a good choice. The SIG P320 is a good choice. I mean, there's so many good choices, but to answer the question now, excuse me, if something happens right now, I would take my Glock 17 because it's what I've been using and what I know how to use the most. Okay. All three all the way. No doubt, man. If you're going to join the Marine Corps, the infantry guys, they get a lot of respect, and they should, because the reality is that, a lot of guys go into deployments and all that stuff, but some of those guys take so much crap that it's different when you go in a deployment. I've been attached to a lot of infantry units, and it's different when you go in a deployment as a supply clerk inside a pretty base versus actually being in the front line doing patrols. I'll tell you this right now, even in Afghanistan, I mean, I did so many patrols, man. I lost count. And then you get back to the base, and some of you guys know this. You get back to the base, all dirty, all disgusting. You haven't been able to eat. You haven't been able to do anything. And there is some staff sergeant there with his clean pistol inside a trash bag, like actually inside a trash bag. And then that trash bag pistol holster, because he doesn't want his pistol to get dirty, and will come to you and be like, hey, devil dog, you can you can't eat chow here because, you know, you're dirty or whatever. And you're like, really, man? We're trying to get some food. I'm sure you guys, some of you Marines out there, you guys know what I'm talking about. When I picked up Staff Sergeant, I was definitely not one of those guys, but it is what it is, man. Let's see. I absolutely guaranteed to see combat as a military police. No, no. The reality is that you could spend the whole time. I mean, as an MP and never see combat. If you get assigned to a field unit, which is more, you see, when me and Jason came in the Marine Corps, we went to a company or a battalion called MP Battalion with Alpha Company, and at that point, that was one of the only field units for military police. I mean, if you were considered a field MP, that's where you were. But if you go into a field unit, meaning that you're not going to be doing law enforcement work, and you go on deployment, yeah, I mean, you're going to be doing patrols, you're going to be doing route reconnaissance, you may be doing protective service detail, all that stuff. Yeah, no doubt there's a slight possibility that you're going to see combat or a good possibility. But if you go and work as a military police officers and law enforcement, who knows? So now the question is, where are you going to go, law enforcement or field side? Well, the good Corps, the Marine Corps, will pick that for you. So it is what it is. A bunch of love me's out there. Love you guys too, guys. Let me see. Big shout out to Jesus is God. Awesome supporting here on the channel. Only just like 3. Somebody's talking about dry fire. I think 177 or 1777. I think I missed part of the comment, bro. Big shout out to all you guys out there. Michael wants me to shout him out. Check out Michael. Let's see if you put video. Come on, man. You got zero subscribers, no videos. You got to make some videos. You know, here's Anthony. I'm curious to see what you guys think about the High Point C9. We actually got one here in the Jarhead6 family compound, and I may take it to a place and shoot one of these days, or I may take it to the range. But hey, it is what it is. You know, if you don't have money to buy something better, you get whatever you need to get. You know, back a couple of years ago, it was that lady in Detroit that she stopped 3 guys, a huge home invasion. I mean, even one of the guys had a pistol. You could see the guy running out, and the pistol comes out of his pocket and everything. I mean, this girl went at it with these 3 criminals, and she had a High Point carbine, one of those, you know, pistol carbine rifles. So again, if you don't have the money to buy, you know, something better, buy what you can. But what I would tell you is that you need to set up priorities in life, and maybe you need to save. Maybe you can go to McDonald's or Burger King every single day, or maybe you cannot get your favorite coffee for a couple of days. I know if I don't get coffee in the morning, I get all grumpy and stuff. But you know what? Maybe you need to stop taking your coffee, put some money to the side, and whenever you can, go ahead and upgrade to that better pistol. But if everything that you can afford is a High Point, I tell you what, get it. Because in reality, a lot of times you're going to be able to deter crime just by having that pistol. So, yeah, and plus, you know what? I seen good, what is it called? A bunch of videos here in the community showing that they do pretty good. So, let me see. Going through some of those comments. What do women do in the Marine Corps? They pretty much do everything, just like guys. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of debate between girls and guys, or boys and girls, kind of things. You know, I don't think they're into infantry units anymore. I don't know. I mean, it's so crazy nowadays that, you know, I don't know. But a majority of the time, they do have almost a lot of the same occupations. Obviously, there's some occupations that they cannot have unless the Congress changed that already. I have no idea. But they do get They do a lot of jobs like the guys. I mean, but if you're gonna ask me what do I think about girls in the military, that would be a different question. So, how many rounds do I think is good? You know what? I do have a stash. So, but I think that I always say I think about 5,000 rounds is a good amount because it allows you to put it in different locations, but at least 1,000 rounds. And I like those boxes that you could buy at Walmart, especially for 9mm, the plastic one, the plano boxes, because you can put about 1,000 rounds there, and it's really easy to transport. Transporting ammo, you got to find, not only you have to have a way to have ammo, you have to also have a way to transport it. Let me see. Some of you guys could probably put comments on the C9 if you have one. Pharmacists, there's no pharmacists in the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps deals everything related to medications, not medication, or like the medical side is provided by the Navy. So if you want to be like a corpsman or being like the Army has medics, the Marine Corps don't have medics. The Marine Corps have the Navy to provide us with a corpsman. Now, typically that corpsman that comes to an infantry or even a military police platoon, I mean, typically we're gonna rough him up and make it look like a Marine. Sometimes I don't like it. So let's see. Drive practice. Coming, fellow California. You know, a lot of people talk about California and moving out. The Daily Shooter told me something one time that kind of stuck out with me. If everybody moves out, who's gonna fight for our rights? So I get it that a lot of people don't want to be there. It sucks, all that stuff. But some of the guys that stay there are continue to fighting the good fight. So if we could do anything to help them out, it's definitely a good idea. You know, in any way that we could do. Sometimes it's just making a video or just, you know, doing whatever. I mean, it's good to be able to help them out. But again, like I said, they're going to be able to fight that fight. So let's see. I haven't seen my wife in the comments yet. I'm surprised. She's the biggest fan of the Jarhead6. So, favorite ammo, I don't really have a favorite ammo. I mean, self-defense, I always say stick to the good stuff, Hornady, something like that, something that is reliable, dependable, that has a track record, something that being around for quite some time that you could look back and be like, all right, this thing is solid and this thing works. Don't be scared or spend money. Obviously, self-defense ammo. Obviously, you know, you want to be able to have something that is good. Have you heard about the growing gang problem in the Corps? Man, you know what? 2007, when I was there in the 22nd MEU, I was in Lejeune, and I think a guy from 3-8, I think he stabbed a guy at the mall or something. Anyway, it was a huge fight, and it was a gang-related fight. A couple of guys from MS-13, I think it was, and all that. I mean, we know gangs are in the Marine Corps. I work with guys from CID, Criminal Investigation Division or Department, whatever it is, guys from NCIS, and there was a huge problem. A lot of gang members joined the Marine Corps and even services so they could learn those tactics, get out, and then teach the fellow buddies on you know, on tactics and all that stuff. So pass on them. So let's see. Sorry if I miss sorry if I missed your comment, man. Comments are coming up very, very quickly, very quick. So yeah, if I missed your comment, I truly apologize. A lot of guys here in the comment section, and L22A. Let me see. I don't think I'm subscribed to BCA, RCA, GCA. Okay, let me subscribe to him as well. So I'm subscribed now. So big shout out to L22A. I appreciate you being here, sir. Man, it's cold in here. Yeah. All right. So if you guys got any other comments, put it in the comments section below. I appreciate everybody that is. I appreciate that everybody that is watching out there. Big. Can I join the Marine Corps if I have flat feet? I met many Marines that have flat feet, and they never had. I mean, they obviously had an issue running. It hurts, but you know, they were able to do it. You know, what else is good on prepping? Prepping, you know, prepping is interesting because obviously we concentrate on guns because guns is a fun part. I mean, who doesn't want to have guns? It's just fun. But obviously water, obviously rice, medicines or some type of medication. You know, obviously knowledge. You know, a lot of times we say prepping, we need to prepare our mind to be able to face this. But, you know, your basics, you know, you have to have security, you have to have food, and you have to have water. You have to have communications. Communication is a big thing. Maybe some of the little radios and things like that. You're going to have a plan, some type of SOP, standard operation procedures, so everybody knows. I mean, when we look into prepping, it's not that it's just something that we do. It's a lifestyle because, again, there is so much into this prepping side, and a lot of times we concentrate into like we got to prepare for zombies kind of thing. But I tell people all the time, are you prepared for 10 minutes? Because if a bad guy kicks the front door and you call the police, it's going to take 10 minutes. Are you prepared for those 10 minutes? Or are you prepared for a hurricane? Or are you prepared for this? I mean, I'm not prepared for everything, but it's things that I'm working on. I mean, if I would have a unlimited budget, I could go out there and build myself a castle and not have any issues, but I don't. So just like you guys out there, little by little, driving ceramic or steel body plate armor. I think the ones that we had in the Marine Corps, actually, the ones that we had in the Marine Corps were ceramic. I met a couple of guys that got shot. One guy got shot with a 7.62 right in the middle of his chest, and he made it. Nothing happened to him. Actually, he didn't even know he was shot until a little bit after. I don't have any experience with steel body armor, but I know you can pick it up really a really good price out there. Obviously, Big Johnson has a good point. We have to learn ninja skills. Oh man, you guys are awesome. Ultimate thing to do is become a YouTube operator. So there we go. BCA RCA. He said he just hit 1,000 subscribers. Man, you're about to get to that YouTube operator, you know, status. Once you get a bunch of subscribers, you become an expert, and no one can argue with you because you are a celebrity. Just kidding. People think that here in the community. Why so much tobacco used in the Marine Corps? Interesting question. You got to think about something. The Marine Corps is composed of kids. You know, obviously, as you pick up a lot of rank, you get older and yada, yada, yada. But the majority of people are kids. I mean, you're looking about 20 years old to 21 to 22. So now you got a 22-year-old kid that makes decent money, and his mom and dad is not there. So they do stupid things. All Marines do. You know, they drink a lot, they smoke a lot because they get consumed by that lifestyle. You know, we all did at one point. You know, Marines get tattoos. Marines ride motorcycles. You know, Marines curse. Marines smoke. Marines drink, you know. And a lot of Marines get consumed by that lifestyle, and that's what happened. So I tell a lot of Christian kids that, you know, you got to be careful because that lifestyle is going to consume you in a way. So, and then you introduce PTSD, combat stress. I mean, just the stress of being a Marine. You got some grumpy staff sergeant that is going to scream at you for whatever reason. So, I mean, yeah, there is a lot. There's a culture that if I could ever go back in the Marine Corps, I would change that because, like I say, you know, in the Marine Corps, alcohol and cigarettes is just like part of the culture in a way. That's what Marines do. So let's see. Oh man. Uh, Big shout out to Owens video. There we go. Some of you guys like Big Johnson, 1776. So, you know, even RCA, you guys should subscribe to Owen's video because he essentially talks about video marketing, and he gives tips on, you know, making videos and how to get video do better here in YouTube, you know, Facebook, all that stuff. And the reality is that I watch so many of those channels, you know, like I said, Owen's video. I watch Tim from Video Creator. I watch one of the other one, Dare Eve, one of my favorite channels. There's another guy I think called James Webmore something. I watch him a lot because those guys, this is the deal. Like, YouTube is an interesting place because you come here and you make the videos and it's great. But if you want your videos to rank and your videos to be watched by people, and you have to implement all this, you know, tags, titles, how to make the video better. And to me, that's something that I didn't know. You know, I knew about guns, I knew about tactics. I could talk about that all day long. But if you tell me, hey, how to properly SEO a video, I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? So I'm subscribed to a lot of channels like that. So if you're a new channel making videos here in the community, you should listen to those guys because they're, you know, video experts, and they could teach you one or two things. And trust me, the key, and this is the key that I'm going to tell some of you guys out there making videos now, the key to get a lot of views and to increase the channel, I don't care what nobody tells you, is to have videos that do well in the search results. Because when you have a video that gets 1,000 views a day that you did a year ago, you know, or you have videos that are making 300 to 400 to 500 views a day that you did a year ago, and you have, you know, so many videos, now you're getting 10,000 views a day. Like the channel sometimes gets about 10,000 views a day. That's because some of those videos are ranking high. So when you do a video, yeah, put the information out there, but you want to make sure your video rank. And how do you video rank? Well, listen to those guys. They teach you how to do that. Hopefully that makes sense. So, yeah, start and start checking out videos like, you know, like Video Creator. That guy Tim is a great dude too. And Daryl Eve, man, whatever he says, I put it in my channel because it works. It truly does. So, and again, keep that in mind when you do when you guys do videos out there. You want to do videos that rank. You know, like I just posted a video on the Glock 42 and versus Glock 43. That video is ranking. That video is right below Hickok. So that's like a big deal, you know. So if you type Glock 42, that video is showing there. If you type concealed carry, I'm showing up in the first page. So that's what you want, because that's how, I guess this is like a tip for you guys. That's how people find your videos. They subscribe, and then they continue to watch your other videos. Okay, I think I went crazy on that topic right there. But so, yeah, but big shout out to everybody out there. I think I'm going to cut it already, guys. Coming up to like almost an hour. I told the wife I was going to do this for 20 minutes, and it happens every single time. But, you know, let me answer. Yeah, you know, Owens, that would be awesome, man. That would be awesome. I got actually, there's a couple of things. I wanted to go to the Big 3 East, which is a firearm show, but the baby's about to be here. but yeah, that was something that I'm thinking that I want to do in the future. I just got a new camera too. I got a Sony A5100, which is supposed to be a really cool camera, and that's gonna allow me to do more video because I want to go out there in the streets and actually film out there. But somebody asked one last question, here, thinking about getting a new AR. Should I build it or buy it? I always like the choice of building it because you could save some money if you find really good deals. At the same time, you could get what you want. A lot of times we buy an upper or a lower, but now we don't like the stock, so we want to replace the stock. I don't like the handguards, so I want to replace the handguards. So you actually spend a little bit more money. So I like the choice of building it because I get what I want. The problem that you're going to have, and when I say building, it's not really building it. You buy the upper and the lower. Oh, there we go. The lower and the upper, that's how it goes. And the bolt and the charging handle, boom, you put it together. It's not really building it. But the thing that you always got to keep in mind too may be the warranty. If you buy a rifle complete, you may have a warranty that is really solid. There's companies out there that no matter what happened to the rifle, they will fix it. When you start going to different uppers and lower, you may deal with different companies, different warranties and things like that. Not expecting your rifle to break, but that's just something to keep in mind. So I don't think you can go wrong either way. I think if you build it, you will be able to get a little bit more at a little bit better price, if that makes sense. Let's see. Yeah, it's fun to build it too. Gun show coming up in Kern County. What should I look for? I don't know, man. What do you have? I don't know what kind of guns you have. Just go look for a good deal, I guess. If you find something and you buy it, let me know. If you could get a CC P07, I'll be a little bit jealous. All right, guys. So I gotta go. I gotta let you guys go. Appreciate everybody watching out there. You guys are awesome. Like I say, go and check out everyone in the comments. There's a lot of cool dudes here that make excellent videos, and a lot of new channels too that are starting to start up and starting to become part of this community and enjoying it. This is a lot of work, guys. So if you're out there, I know 1776. I seen your video in the P07, brother. If you're starting out there like 1776 to make videos, don't get discouraged if it takes time. This thing takes time, man. This month has our 3rd year, 3 years here in the community, and so far we love it. We're having a blast. The channel's doing pretty well, and it's because of you guys' support to the channel. It's just amazing. So big shout out to everybody out there. Daxon, RCA, Owens is out there, 1776. Check out those dudes. I think 47 was a 47 RS. Okay, I forgot the full name. Let me see. Awesome, 47 KCR. There we go. It's out there. Awesome dude. Just awesome dude. Big Johnson's out there too. Awesome dude. Jesus is God. Just great dude. Abernathy is out there. My boss, one of my last boss name was Abernathy, last name. So, yeah. Great dudes out there. Check them out. Subscribe. Stay tuned. We got a lot of videos coming up. As always, guys, I appreciate it. God is in control.